Good morning. Welcome back to another Money Wisdom sponsored by Johnson Brunetti. I'm Julie Andrews. We're teaching you smart ways to manage your money, and joining us with expert advice is Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner and senior partner at Johnson Brunetti. Eric, welcome back.
Thanks, Julie.
All right, today's topic, 3 ways to protect your assets, starting with this: review and update your beneficiaries.
Super important. About every account that you have, if it's a retirement account, it's going to have a beneficiary. If it's a bank account, you'd have a TOD, a transfer on death, but it's not automatic that this form is just included when you establish these accounts. And a lot of times people will put in a primary beneficiary and they don't put contingent beneficiaries. This doesn't cost any money to do this planning, but you might be working with someone who doesn't know to ask you, or you did it on your own, you don't know. So you want to make sure that that stuff is set up, because you don't want money going to the wrong person.
Right.
Or leaving it up to chance.
It's something you have control over, so might as well
100% you have
take
control over it.
advantage.
Yeah.
All right, next bullet. Consider trust planning for greater control and privacy.
Yeah, I love my kids. How do you feel about the people they married? So, or, all that, or people get divorced, or,
Sure.
Sometimes I ask, a client, well, who do you want the money to go to when you're gone? Well, I'll tell you who I definitely don't want it to go to. And it's like, okay, well, then you should probably do this work.
Right.
Or you have, I went to UConn. I love UConn. Do you leave money to your school? Do you leave money to your town? Or the Durham Fair? I don't know.
Right.
So have these conversations, have these plans, because there are a lot of benefits to those estate plans. And if you happen to be a younger person watching this, you have little kids, even more reason to get involved in that planning. God forbid something awful happens, you need a plan.
Yeah, it gives you peace of mind, too, to know your money will be where you want it to be.
Yeah. And the things that you care about will be taken care of.
All right, last and maybe most important is to seek professional guidance.
100%. We work with a lot of attorneys. We are financial planners. You talk about accountants. You talk about so many of these functions that you could do on your own. But I would argue you can't really do it great on your own. And there's plenty of people I talk to that do their own taxes. That's great. But if you have a more complicated situation, or if you just don't want to do it, I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of things you would never try and do on your own. And there's plenty of things that people try and do on their own, and that doesn't mean it's the best way to do it. So I really encourage you to seek out advice if you think you'd benefit from it, and I'm an advocate for it because I think you would benefit.
Yeah. And certainly there's plenty of people who are capable, but never hurts to have a second opinion, especially from an expert.
100% a second opinion, because you don't want to be the person sitting there being like, well, geez, I didn't know. I wish I had known that. Well, I want to tell you that. So just give someone, well-intentioned, with integrity, that you can sit down with, to give you that feedback, that fresh set of eyes, saying, well, we do this all day, every day. You should be doing it this way as opposed to this way. Or maybe you're doing a great job, and you get that feedback, that peace of mind.
Yeah, things change too, so that's a good way to stay up to date with any current laws and regulations. All right, tell
Absolutely.
us about this week's book offer, free for those who want to learn more.
Estate Planning Simplified. Trusts are not just for rich people. Wills are for everyone. Powers of attorney really help out. A lot of the attorneys that we use, or I should say all the attorneys we use, will give you a consultation to talk about this stuff if you want to do that. But start first with this book. Go to moneywisdomtv.com. It'll talk about estate planning and educate you on what it is. If you don't know what it is, read it. I mean, and this stuff, like all the things that we make available, it's concise, it's simplified, it will be helpful, not confusing. So go to moneywisdomtv.com, estate planning simplified, and hopefully it simplifies things for you.
All right, a lot of great information. Eric, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Jillian.
All right, and again, that is moneywisdomtv.com. For CT Buzz, I'm Jillian Andrews. We'll see you next time.